Well, this new legislation will literally take the phone out of the driver's hands. Drivers will no longer be able to say they're using the phone to make a phone call or they're using it for navigation purposes. Using your phone or any other electronic device has to be hands-free using voice control, or it has to be mounted on your dashboard and you're only allowed to touch or swipe once.
No text message, social media update, email, or other distraction is worth putting a life in jeopardy.
Jim Santilli is the CEO of the Transportation Improvement Association. He and State Representative Martin Hawryluk have worked together to create new legislation to combat distracted driving. Right now, Michigan drivers can hold the phone and talk while driving. And while there is a ban against texting and driving, some law enforcement officials say it's not enough.
So this law is trying to fill some of the gaps, and it's trying to plug some of the holes that are in the existing law. It's also trying to put a little bit more of a penalty out there so that people understand, you know what, I can't afford this, I don't need to do this.
The penalty would begin with a $250 fine for first-time violators and up to a $500 fine with 2 points on your license for a third-time offender. The new law is simple. You cannot have the phone or any other electronic devices in your hand while on the road. That means no excuse for texting, using it to make a phone call, or checking emails. However, you can touch your phone if it's mounted on a windshield or dashboard and if it can be activated by a single swipe or tap. This is meant to keep drivers' hands on the wheel and eyes on the road.
Well, it's common sense. Drive. Don't drive and attempt to do something other than driving at the same time. You can't do it.
Any driver that is texting, emailing, or doing any other physical manipulation of an electronic device is looking down for 4.6 of every 6 seconds. So if we put that into perspective, if you're traveling at 55 miles per hour, that's the equivalent of driving the length of a football field while blindfolded.
It definitely sounds scary when he puts it that way. Right now, the legislation is in the process of being assigned a bill number, and officials say they hope to get this legislation on the governor's desk by the end of the year, but they say there is a possibility it may have to be tweaked along the way. We're live in Southfield. Simon Chowdhury for the Now Detroit.